what are you doing tonight? Sorry about his squeaky voice, but I actually had a bit of a colonoscopy done yesterday leaving Anthony's place. I won't even say it. Colonoscopy. I was right.
I told you I had friends in the TSA, and if you try to get out of here with my trains,
but I didn't have no trains on me.
They had to check.
Yeah, well, yeah. I still can't sit down properly. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everybody's well. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that yeah, that was a little bit uncomforting. And then I had the police all the way down to my gate and all the way down the bridge, and yeah, watching me. That was sneaky. Well played. Yeah.
Hi, Ray.
G'day, Ray. Then Ray's down the back here. He won't get out of my sight, because he's wanting to see what I got. But thing is, I actually posted the stuff home, and you actually helped me post the stuff over. So we'll just have to wait. The post lady hasn't turned up yet.
Randall, is that Randall's other bit?
All right, I'm going to say a quick hello to everybody. G'day, Rick. How are you, buddy? Since you're the first one here, if you want a cupcake, you're going to have to come here, or there might be some still left on over at Anthony's place on the kitchen bench. Pete, Delft Junction, how are you, buddy? Welcome here. Greg from Melbourne, Australia. G'day, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Don't get too hot down there. I hear that there's a lot of g'day, bud. Sladen, how are you, buddy? Yeah, hopefully you're doing all right down there, Greg. I hear that it's hot. A lot of fires around. Yeah, there's trains coming here. I'm getting invaded by trains. Then we got Dave, Carolina Foothills. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I'm back down here in South Carolina. Chuck Schuber, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Who else do I have? Who else do I have? I'm getting down the wrist. Sladen, as in the Jean Ricard, is in here. John Benicki, how are you? Western Plains Model Railroad Club.
That's Randall.
Hey, Randall.
That's our buddy Randall Ellison using his other ID.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. Almar, g'day, buddy. How are you? Joe Raider, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you in here too, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. And Jean Ricard, good evening. Yeah, we'll get to Joyce in a minute. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, of course, my good buddy. How are you? Tammy, how are you? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Hot Dog Pilot Andy's everybody's good buddy.
Yep. And of course, Ray's here in the background. You want to say hi to everybody, Ray? He's busy. Just say hi to everybody.
Hey, Dave. It's been a long time.
It's not Dave, it's Anthony. No. Just say hello to everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's coming down. Squirrel, Tim, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Hope you're nicely rugged up there in Canada, or however you want to call it.
Oh, Canada.
The land of the penguins and the polar bears. Steve Peace, how are you, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well, mate. Happy New Year to you.
Yikes.
Who else? John Manicki, g'day. I think I caught up to everybody. Chat's going so quick. It's cooler here today. There's some 25. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I know that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I know there was some firefighters from my district's gone down to Victoria to help out. The thoughts are with everybody down there. Good wishes to Joyce. I hear that you tripped a rover going to the racing to the donut shop.
Nope. Joyce, anybody who follows us on Facebook kind of got the message. Joyce was doing some winter cleaning, and she emptied a bunch of clothes into 3 big bags that from different eras, different sizes, and that she finally cleaned out a large closet we have in our bedroom. And she was carrying one of the bags down the stairs, and she apparently...
Oh, you didn't push it, did you?
No, I was working here in the basement. She apparently thought she had reached the bottom of the stairs. I'm sure everybody's done that at least once, but she was carrying a bag and oops, the floor wasn't there. And she went down hard. It's a hardwood floor, and Joyce has had knee replacement surgery, and she landed dead on that knee, and it swelled up like a balloon. And one of the first things they tell you in knee replacement surgery is if you fall, don't fall on that knee. And that's exactly the knee she fell on. So we had to take her to ER, and they x-rayed it, and they said there's no structural damage. It doesn't mean there isn't any muscular damage, but see if the swelling goes down after a few days, and she's going to limp and she's going to be very sore. And then if the swelling doesn't go down considerably over the next 48 hours or so, then she needs to contact her surgeon who did the original surgery to see if they need to do an MRI to see if there's damage their x-ray didn't pick up. But yeah.
All right. My thoughts goes out to us. So that's the second person that I know in a matter of weeks that actually had a fall. There was Tammy that's had one fall in here. Right.
Tammy had her fall. Yeah,
had her fall, and I actually witnessed that one. I'll tell you what, even I felt the pain. All jokes aside, it's not fun, but lucky she didn't create a cave-in because poor Phil was working underground at the time. But she's all right. She says her nose is still tender, but we know what it's like when you get punched in the nose. It hurts, but when you headbutt the floor, it's going to hurt a bit longer. But I'm back here in South Carolina for another week. We're going to be doing a few bits and pieces around here. I'm waiting for my loot to arrive. He didn't arrive here because what I did was, with his supervision, with him helping me, he actually assisted me to get rid of the route by via post. So there was no evidence when I went through security at Detroit Airport. Nothing was found through the scanners. So the post lady didn't turn up in time. One went with post, the other one went through UPS after he dropped me off. So we're just going to have to leave it for the next week's show.
Yes, unfortunately, some things that were planned for today are canceled. Just one last thing about Joyce is that now that the shock and the initial pain and everything of the fall have subsided and the pain in her knee has subsided, she's now finding all the other injuries that occurred in the fall. She's looked at her arm and went, "Oh, big bruise here," and twisted her ankle a bit in the fall, and those
adult airbags will come in handy. And Andy, one of the parcels has made it up to the exchange here, but it didn't get
carrying an airbag. She had a big bag of clothes. I mean, that was the problem is, just like a car airbag protects this part of your body. It doesn't protect down below.
Yeah.
And that's where she hit.
Yeah. So, it's, Dave Phillip said the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Well, you already had 2 cushioned airbags. So had Joyce, but it didn't help the knees. But
technically Joyce had 3 airbags in that case, but actually only one was an airbag. The other one they were filled, but we'll move on.
He had a fall in a
She didn't fall like that. She fell like that. She went down. She was holding on to the bag and went right down on her knees. Yep.
Yeah. Had a fall in a prison during the cruise.
Well, there's a story.
Yeah. And I'm not in prison. You made it to prison on the cruise. Okay.
Had a fall in a prison during the cruise.
There's
a story there.
I think there is a story there. Now, what kind of cruise was it? Was it a reenactment for convicts to Australia or convicts to New Zealand? Not New Zealand, to Canada, or were they the Irish
Island cruise? I don't know.
Yeah, or were they the Irish slaves being shipped over to Canada and Alaska? Oh, that's we can really get into that one. Yeah, but it covers the hips. Yeah, I suppose that might work somehow. I mean, hips, it's bad when you hurt your hips. I know I hurt my right hip when I was in Innsbruck just recently, and I did exactly the same thing, but I had a tray of food on me. Thank God I eaten it. It must have been the Carnival cruise. Yeah, I think it was too there, Dave. It must have been a Carnival cruise.
There's
one Danzy, how are you, buddy? I'm hearing noises. Yeah.
Ray in the background, run for your life. Artie's hearing voices and noises again.
It might be the wind again. We've been having a fair bit of strong wind here today. Yes, as I said, yeah, I am back down in here. I went via New York. I actually got a nice footage of coming into New York.
Oh, that's not cool, Rick. Sorry to hear that.
Been a news day, my uncle. Bugger. Oh, my condolences and thoughts going to you, Rick. Yeah, that's not always good news. Yeah, so I ended up getting some good footages coming into Newark Airport. We were right next to the container yard, and being on the left-hand side of the plane, I actually, when we came into land, I got shot of the Norfolk Southern yard. So that's going to be something for what's on the rail fan. That's the only rail fanning I've done at the moment from air. Split Rock, how are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well, bud. Happy New Year to you. Good morning, good evening. Yeah, I can say good evening because I'm in South Carolina, US.
Yes, you're in South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm not in Australia, but the only one we have at the moment from Australia is Greg. Midsummer. We do have some English people here and some German. Yeah, I didn't get to. I had some homework to do this week, but I didn't get to do it because I was busy. 5-finger shopping this week. And yeah, well, I might as well have a look now since we're here, and I just maintain the chat. We're going to do a meeting since the large majority of people.
Hi, Thomas.
That are in the stream, there are a few that will be watching a repeat. We'll be going to Amherst Train Show, and we might as well make it a bit of a meet and greet. And I'll just see if I can bring the map up. Train Show 26. Oh, the facilities. PDF map. Oh, that might help. Exhibitors, map of all the buildings. Actually, I think we might do that one. Not a very good map. Let me try to zoom in. Hang on. Just give me a sec for a minute, people. That's one shed.
That's two.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out which building it is. That's
the young building.
The young building.
There's a barrel.
I can't think of the I can't think of the other building. I think it's that's the one. Mallory Complex. That's the one I'm after. Yep. Okay. Let me just bring this up. Where are we? Anyway, how do I do this again? It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, I need to go share files, don't I? Okay, that's the one.
So you start with warm water and a bar of soap.
A bar of soap? Is that what I need?
I'm sorry, you said you haven't done something in a while, and I said, well, you start with warm water and a bar of soap.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you weren't talking. Never mind. Okay.
No, yeah, no. Okay. I'll bring this. Hopefully, everybody can see this. We might as well do this. This is the map of the exhibition, the one of the halls where a lot of us go to, but it won't be so crowded. It'll be easy to find us. We'll be in the, let me zoom in the Mallory Hall complex. And just past the restrooms, you've got the furniture session area. There's actually a few fur stores there, so we can actually meet up in here. There will be Woodland Cynics in there and a few other stores. But yeah, I think that might be a good spot to meet, and I'll say probably best time to meet there, I will guess, be about 12 o'clock lunchtime, because everybody gets hungry about that time. So so I think that might be the best place to meet up. I know there's quite a substantial number of people turning up, and some people will turn up in most people will turn up in some form or another. That followed not just my channel, Anthony's channel. Okay, hang on. That's FMB did a video meeting ATLP at 1. Oh, okay. Right. ATLP, I don't know what that's breathing.
Around the podcast. I'm around the layout podcast.
Oh, okay. All right.
So wherever they are.
Yeah, okay. We'll have to try to find that one.
Yeah, Artie's going to the Amherst show.
Yes, Split Rock. I will be there. I will be there. Ray's going to be with me. There's going to be Tammy. There will be BD Tech and Tom Grassis. He will be staying with us, and we'll be there for both Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I'm just going to be looking around. I won't be out with anyone exhibiting. Better visit the deluxe material booth. Okay.
All right, hang on. One second. I just want to interject something here. You know, when you say doctors aren't always correct, well, obviously nothing is ever accurate. The thing is, when doctors give you a window, that's based on how it's progressing at the moment. Cancers can change, metastasize, they can speed up, they can slow down, but also when you hit a certain stage, like stage 4, you suddenly qualify for experimental treatments. My sister back in the 90s had cancer, and again, she was given about 6 months to 2 years to live, the window that they practiced in, but then she qualified for, she had to go to Washington, D.C. 4 times a year, 5 times a year, and they were using her for experimental interferon treatments, because anybody might remember in the 90s, mid-90s, interferon seemed like the new wonder drug that was going to really fight cancer well, and it extended her a few years. It did extend her 3-4 years beyond their lowest estimate. So, you know, it's not that the doctors are wrong. It's based on what they're seeing and how it's progressing now, but things can speed up or slow down. Joyce's brother had ALS. and you fit into 3 windows with ALS, and some of it can last 25, 30 years. He was in the fast window. From the time he was diagnosed to the time he was buried was less than 3 years. It's
you just don't know.
Yeah, other things factor in. That's why the doctors give it. But when they say it's terminal, it's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to fix it. How long depends on treatment schedules, how well your body reacts to certain things. So yes, they could say you've got 2 years and somebody lives another 8, 10 or whatever, because your body responded well to certain treatments. But I thought I'd just interject that.
Just remember. Okay, so I got an 1880s roundhouse and cheap. Okay, I think Andy's trying to tell me I can get some cheap trains from there. But my suitcase should be half full by the time my loot gets here next week. And with some of the items I will be hoping to get in Amherst, should 3/4 fill me back my suitcase up. So I'm going to be going out. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying that. Not going to be buying any more trains, I don't think. I did acquire a nice little collection from the Dodge basement, which, as I said, just got to wait till next Saturday. But yeah, that's what my doctor said too. And I said, I won't be able to pay for another 10 years. So yeah, I'm still here too. And in your tucker bag. Yeah. Andy, stop giving away my secrets, will you? Jeez, how dare you? Yeah, right, Artie. Well, honestly, I haven't got that many trains. I'm just
because his room was thoroughly checked daily and nightly while he was here. And pockets. And trust me, nobody enjoyed frisking him. But yeah, we had to remove a few things that had conveniently migrated upstairs. Although there's more to the story. Artie's going to show you what he thinks he stole, and we're going to show you what he actually stole.
Yeah, no, I know what I know what I put in the boxes.
You know what you put in the boxes, but there's that little time lapse while you were waiting to connect in Newark down to where Tammy was going to pick you up. I don't know if you checked. There's at least an hour where your time is off.
Hang on a minute.
And that will all be explained later.
Actually, I think I better go and read. I haven't unpacked my bag yet. I better go.
Why do you think those packages are late, Artie? Why do you think those packages are late?
Yeah, but I'm still trying. But now I think I know. I think, yeah, you bastard. And that's the reason.
Just Artie, just wait until your next show and your next video when you're going to surprise the world with what you thought.
I need to inspect my bag because we didn't dock at our gate. We had to dock at another gate. We were actually on the when I was in New York, we actually were in another gate.
Just pay attention to what I was talking to Tammy about.
Okay. I don't know what you guys are talking. Now I'm in.
Yes, you're going to have
Ray Smile is giving you away. Yeah, I know he did.
Huntsville.
Rick, yeah, I will. Yeah, there is one not going to you, Rick. Just you should be there soon. Come on. Oh, Monsville, how are you, buddy? Welcome, buddy. Hey, look, there was a souvenir in there for you, but I mean, since you teamed up with this guy here next to me, I mean, you're not going to get a souvenir from Toledo now. You done your dash on that one. Of course I am, okay. But I mean, he hasn't got real evidence that anything is actually left the building. All he's got is,
well, we're currently, we've been distracted with Joyce's injury today because it was only yesterday you left, And I came down here to work, and that's when Joyce fell. So I don't know if you conveniently set up a booby trap for Joyce to distract me from checking all my stuff. Because first of all, I came down here to double check and see what were some of the issues that happened in my live stream. I did solve really all but one, which is why the container freight train kept uncoupling in different.
I didn't do that.
Cars. It was something weird. I don't know what was going on, but the container freight has never had any issues. But yesterday, the real problem that was causing the slowdowns of shirts was this little car bumping on it. But I had to go through all these other things before I could focus on that. But we got it all sorted. The last 2 hours, everything was smooth. It just took longer to sort the problems. But be that as it may, there were all these. This is what I'm thinking, is that you left some booby traps behind. I had to call the police. I had to call the police about this. On my layout was this little Australian box. And the police confiscated the contents that were in it. So I have no idea what you did, but hopefully they'll get back to me. I don't know what was in there, but it's gone now. And we just so all kinds of distractions. I haven't been able to truly go through all my train stuff to see what might be missing. So what I may do is just see what you put in your video.
Yeah, but the coppers actually, it goes to show you that I left you a present in that box. I mean, you just missed out now. I mean, there are wads of $100 bills in there.
All right. Good night, Steve. 87. Peace out. We'll talk to you later.
Good night. Yeah. All right. I mean, there was wads of $100 notes in there. You must have got some phony detectives out there checking everything else. No detonation.
Like I said, we just figured it was another one of your little surprise distractions while you tried to clean us out. But like I said, we had prepared for this. You gave us plenty of warning about your visit to us, that we were able to prepare for what's the old Bugs Bunny bit? For just such an emergency, Doc.
Is the car system going? It was when I left.
We definitely had some rough starts yesterday. I actually dug out a rake of cars I had not run in a long time, because we did get the locomotive that went with the rake of cars fixed. But for some reason, one kept bumping and hopping on the turnout on lane 6, and it was the only one doing it. And what threw me off was I kept seeing it bump, but I wasn't seeing the slowdown. But once I eliminated all the other thoughts, because originally I thought it was my Blue Tiger, because it seemed like the Blue Tiger kept stopping. But then I realized everybody was stopping. And so I started looking, because usually when you have something like that, it's something on a turnout. So I'm watching every train go through a turnout, and I kept seeing that one bump and sparking, but a couple of times it would go over and bump, but the trains would keep going. But finally, I just kept watching it go. And even though every time it bumped, we didn't have a slowdown, every time we had a slowdown, it was that car bumping on that. So I was like, okay, let's take it off.
Was it happening while you wasn't watching it?
It was it was happening while I watched it, and when I wasn't watching it, of course. And but the thing is we weren't having a slowdown. We weren't having a slowdown every time it bumped. So so temporarily I eliminated that as the problem, because I would be looking, it would bump and spark a little bit on the turnout, but not everything slowed down. So that can't be it. You figure you have a one-to-one relationship. But finally, as I eliminated certain other problems, I started just watching it. And this time, instead of watching what happened when it sparked, I looked at what was happening when we slowed down. And every time we slowed down, it was that car over there. And what was happening is sometimes it was bumping really hard, but it never derailed. That's what's weird. It never derailed, but it was hitting hard and bouncing. And apparently on certain bounces, it created the little slowdowns, the mini shorts where everything's going. But so once I removed the car, the last 2 hours of the live stream, everything was moving. The problem is when you're in a live stream and something's going wrong, I had a couple of things were uncoupling, but it wasn't the same two things uncoupling. It was like, okay, the first and second car uncoupled, and then a little later it was and I'm like, wait, well, what's causing that problem? So I had a couple little problems I'm trying to sort, but of course everybody's in the chat. Check this, and you get some of what I call the dudes, I'm not stupid advice. Like, well, when you keep having two cars uncoupled, that's probably a coupler problem, and you want to change them or remove one of the cars. It wasn't the same two cars, and I kept saying that. You still get people going, well, if they keep uncoupling.
Hello, Rick. How are you, buddy?
It was just and I got a little testy. I got a little grumpy with people.
Yeah, well, see, Andy already knows about me. So he's already working out. Don't open any boxes.
Hey, Rick, how are you?
G'day,
so
Rick.
I lost my patience just to finish that off. I'm sorry I lost my patience, but it's like, this is why I don't offer advice when I'm watching a live stream. I'm not in the damn room. I'm here. I know my layout. I know what it could be, and I know what it can't be, especially when I'm 3-rail and most of the guys commenting are 2-rail. There are certain things that won't be problems with 2-rail that are within 3-rail, and vice versa. Certain things will happen in 2-rail that won't happen in 3-rail. It's just like, I'll sort it out. Just let me sort it out. You guys, watch the trains that are working, and I'll sort it out. But yeah, it was sort of I got grumpy after a while because too many cooks.
Yeah, well, it looks like opposite Hilda was. I mean, she's done well then, because I did pay her a lot of money. Yeah.
The TSA had their extra thick gloves on, the ones with spikes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be crapping for weeks now. But yeah, where was I at the time? I was in transit. I was nowhere near Toledo at the time. I did see sparks flying when Anthony got home, because we flew over it and there was just sparks flying everywhere, smoke coming out the stacks of the house. Artie, can I borrow some? Yeah, sure, no problem.
He doesn't have many to spare, Pete. He doesn't have many to spare.
Yeah, I need another haircut.
All those long trips in the outback in that heat, truck driving back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now putting up, how do you have spare brain cell? Yeah, that's a good, yeah. I don't think I had too many left after, after the last trip that I did come down to here. I'll tell you what an adventure. Yeah. I wasn't too impressed because I was not, believe it or not, I was not able to recharge my phone for the whole duration of the trip to the time I got back to here.
Wow.
I couldn't recharge the plane on the phone. I went into the lounge in Detroit. I couldn't even find a socket there that worked. A USB socket that worked. Nothing worked. Get on another plane. Again, no USB socket. And this time it was the newer 737. They had the normal power plug that you have in your home outlet. And like, I don't carry one of them in my pockets. But regardless, it wasn't working as well.
Trains in your pocket.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to give out too much, of what I was doing, They'll give away too much of the evidence. I mean, it was hard to try to smuggle that through security without being detected. But yeah, it was just, I would have come into the chat while Anthony was on, but I just couldn't. I had to conserve my power, what I had, by the time I got here, so I can get in touch with Tammy.
No, he was just feeling guilty. He was just sitting there going, if I start typing, Anthony might know about.
Yeah, but and then I don't know, but yeah, it's I am keeping I am trying to stick to a strict budget this time going into Amherst. I did acquire some trains. when Anthony and I went out, legitimately acquired some trains.
Yeah, Artie's even saying before he gets here, he's not really planning on buying trains. I say, Artie, you want to go to my local train shop, which is a 2-hour drive away? And I was like, sure, let's go. And I take him in there. Of course, the coolest thing was you being Hungarian.
Yeah.
And old man Ormandy is Hungarian.
Yeah.
He speaks German too, but he's an old Hungarian guy. And
very old.
And he's old. He's in his mid-80s. And mid-upper 80s. He was a mechanical engineer for 49 years. And he's been running the train shop for about 40. And but you tickled his heart. Speaking some Hungarian to him.
Hungarian, not Russian, Hungarian.
Yeah, Hungarian, not Russian. Not even the same family, I know.
And there was actually, oh man, it was good to bargain him. I mean, being able to talk to him in Hungarian softened him up a bit, I think, because I did acquire another OBB locomotive that's there, 1044, and some carriages as well. And they're in a scheme that I'm actually after, just a few carriages, to make up the full set of four of the Maria Therese, Maria Therese express train that goes from Vienna through Innsbruck, Zurich, and into Paris. And I was 3 cars short, so he actually had those carriages there, and a good price. So I might as well get it while I was there. Now, what do I want to see in Springfield? Well, I want to see the layouts, obviously. I do want to go up to Atlas booth. I do want to see if I can get some components from them. I'm after actually some automatic, the auto signaling system, Atlas auto signaling system, the units, which is getting pretty hard to find in many hobby shops, particularly in the US, because a lot of them are sold out of it. And I just want.
I should give you a shopping list.
Probably does. And actually, I've got something for you that arrived yesterday, something that we talked about. I'll mention that a bit later. But I really just want to go around and explore some of the layouts. It's been 2 years since I've been there. There is one other retailer that's there, was there. Hopefully he's going to be there this year. He does a lot of models of road plant machinery, and that's the road plant as in the pavers and the millers, and if you see all those equipment that do the resurfacing of the road, this guy actually has got a lot of kits. I'm hoping he's going to be there because I do want to get some of his kits. I need
to find somebody that I need somebody that's going to Amherst to find somebody that sells a lot of Pico German stuff and see if I could find another VR 442.
Okay. As we discussed, what I'm going to do is those decoders have arrived here yesterday.
Right. Well, that's for the other one. This one, I've got the decoder. Well, but we know the decoders, the ones we have, can be read, but there's something on the circuit board. And Pico, I was talking to Pico America yesterday after you left, and they're like, many of the parts in this are discontinued, so they wouldn't have spare parts in their shop if I sent it to them.
Well, maybe you send it down to me, I'll take it home and I'll rebuild it for you.
Well, like I said, I got my guy in California that would do that too. I was just seeing if I could find the problem myself.
Yeah. But you'll just have to wait till I come back to get it back. That's the only thing.
Oh,
so we can get away with. So we don't have to pay extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. He has a sick animal. And Andy, you're giving away my.
Actually, no, it's Z scale. He shrinks it down to Z scale, and in some cases even T scale.
Yeah,
That's how he really gets away with it.
I mean, those scanners don't really pick those small things up. They did actually look at the scan in Detroit a bit harder, but it just looked like trash on the screen, so they just let it through. But I don't know that's my carry on. I don't know what they got downstairs with the big luggage, but I mean, I do have to open it because that bag of mine has gained about 8 pounds in weight. So I better go and have a look at it when I finish the show. But yeah, I am looking at what layouts are about. Last time I was there, I didn't get to see too many of them. There was a few, but I do want to look at some layouts at the other buildings. Well, I think the big one was where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Hey, Randall's here's Randall now.
Oh, g'day, Randall. Welcome again. Just let me work out which building it was. I think the young building is going to have a fair few exhibitors, but I think it's the Better Living Center. That's got a fair few exhibitors inside it, and yeah, they got all the small exhibitors, and it looks like they got a lot of stools in there. Just having a quick look. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they got a lot of the young building, Better Living's got a lot of trade stores. Now, the young building has got layouts in it. So yeah, definitely go in there. There's a big G scale there, Central Connecticut G gauges. They'll be in that building. And of course, the one that I mentioned earlier has got 1, 2, 3, 4. They got, by the looks of it, 5 big, huge layouts. There's obviously the American layouts that are exhibitions are quite huge and large, and that's something we don't have in Australia. We haven't had it for a long time. The biggest layout we had in Australia was from Perth. I think that one went a good 30 feet long by about 20 foot wide. But we never seen it again.
Somebody would have a bigger one than that, but
yeah. But I'm talking about the one in Sydney, the one that I saw in Sydney many years ago.
Well, even group exhibition layouts, you think somebody would have something a little bigger, but than 30 by 20. I mean, 30 by 20 is big.
Yeah, it's big. But the ones, there are other ones that are actually quite bigger. Aussie immigration, what have.
Well, it's all this then, yeah? Oh, I'm sorry.
We can bring the depleted uranium to Australia anyway, Andy, because we have an area where we taken it into Australia and store it.
What they make their beer out of.
Of course. Yeah, that's why it tastes so good.
Or at least Foster's.
Yeah, and that's how we make the good barbecues. But yeah, that's what I intend to have a look at. And also, the other thing is meeting up with a lot of the people that follow my channel, Anthony's, follow each other, pop into Andy's channel every now and then. So it'd be a great weekend. I enjoyed myself last time when I was there, but apparently I caught the big bug which knocked me out by the time I got to Anthony's place.
Well, you did it the reverse way this time. You came to our house.
Yeah.
And then go to Amherst. That's the way to do it. Come to our house first, and then you go to Amherst.
Yes, they do.
The next time you come to our house, you can leave the blizzard and the high winds behind.
Actually, I didn't bring them with me. They were already
All I can say is they weren't here. You start flying from Chicago, and then they hit here. We have 2 days of it, and I have to drive through it, bringing you to my house. And then guess what happened as soon as you left?
It cleared up.
I drove home in 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. So as soon as you headed to Newark, we got another huge gust of wind. So I don't know if you were farting your way in and farting your way out or what,
Oh, of course I did. Of course, that's how.
Little turbo boost.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, some of the there was a big storm that actually hit Chicago not long after I left. So that's probably one came through, because by the time we flew over near your place, it was still clear.
Yeah.
But we did arrive
in New York. The winds kicked in. Yeah.
Yeah, we arrived in New York by a good 30 minutes ahead of schedule too. So there was a lot of tailwind. Okay. There's weird sounds in this shed.
Yeah, it was actually on the weather forecast that about the time, I dropped you off at 9:30ish, and they were supposed to hit the area between 10 and 10:30. They did.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I reckon it hit us pretty much as we were taking off. Hot dog Andy. Andy, I'm actually flying business class, so I can carry 2 bags of 30 pounds. So
no, Rick, we had rain.
Well, it feels like summer here. I think that bag. Hang on, what's that baggage allowance?
No, we had rain for about half an hour or so.
But
yeah, it was really funny, Artie. It was really funny. You are the first person, adult friend of ours, that we've ever had stay with us. We've always had our kids stay with us, or kids had their friends that would stay with us or live with us for a while. But our friends always, when they came into town, rented a hotel. And
it was actually fun.
We always tell people we got a spare room. But
I mean, I just want to see what I can borrow from the library this time, because you took some of the stuff from my place that ended up in your layout, and now I have to take something back with me,
Well, what of your stuff did I take that ended up on my layout? Your stuff's all 2-rail.
Well, you ran the other, but it's simple to convert it to. With Roco models, it's
not that simple with me.
Yeah, they're pretty simple to convert to between 3-rail.
Well, no, rolling stock. Yes, rolling stock. I don't even have to convert it; it just automatically works on 3-rail. See, you can't.
You had it on your stream yesterday.
That's what you got to learn. You can't steal my rolling stock and run it on your layout. You'd have to buy all new wheel sets and get insulated wheels. But
look, you're running my orange cars. You're running my orange cars on your live stream yesterday. All right.
No, those were my Austrian cars.
No, they were mine. They weren't on my stream show last time. They were missing.
Even the ones I steal during your live stream, where I can reach over and just take what I want. Those were mine. I was just getting them back.
They were on your layout.
They were mine. You took them last time you were here, and I had to get them back.
Yeah, but I've got to get them taken back home with me. But obviously, you must have stuck in my bag while I'm sleeping. Again. So, yeah.
Excuse me, folks. I don't condone armed violence, but it must be done.
I've got proof that they are mine. I've got proof they are mine. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
You have next week.
They're yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Randall. I mean, I wish you would be able to get up there as well.
Pete, for one loco, it cost me. Well, it didn't cost me. It cost Andy about $40 American, which would be about 28.
Has it made it there yet?
27 pounds. I have not checked again. Last I checked, it was back in the UK, and I have not checked it in a few days. So it had left the last update. Andy would know. I mean, it's supposed to go to him. So if he ever got it, or if it's, it's back in Chicago. I mean, it wouldn't take me too long to check here, but I am beyond pissed off about.
Yeah, well, I know Hilda, maybe Hilda's intercepted to see if there's any good stuff there for me to borrow.
It has been
back in Chicago again.
Oh no, really? What the is going on with this? This is
well. See, I paid $20 for that box of goodies that I got from your room, from the room downstairs, and it's already sitting here nearby. It'll be here Monday. Yeah, it's going to take more than those bullets to knock me out. When you have to, but yeah, it's unfortunately they did not arrive here today. So look, it's going to be what it is. Shipping to Australia isn't as much as what some of the eBay what do you call it, charge from here to Australia, because I actually looked at some of the pricing, and yeah, it's not as dear as what some of them make it, but yeah, USPS, it's getting to a point where it's like playing Russian roulette. Is it going to get here, or is it going to get there, or not?
Well, I've never had this problem before. And part of the problem, I think, was when we filled out the customs declaration. They asked me, what is it? I said, it's an HO scale model train. Because they say be specific. So it's an HO scale model locomotive. And when they first tried to even print the label, it came up as a red flag because the stupid system reads HO as hydrogen peroxide, which is a banned liquid. So they crossed out the HO and just wrote in model train locomotive, and they accepted it. But now, so there might be something with the freaking British customs, because it's getting to the UK. It's getting to the UK and then being shipped back. So it's got to be, in my opinion, something on the UK side that's rejecting it.
Is anybody from the US traveling to the UK in the next coming weeks? Just go and pick up the parcel and deliver it yourself.
I always use USPS, and I don't have problems with them.
Only to the UK.
But now I'm having a problem. But again, I don't even think it really is the way it looks. It keeps going to the United Kingdom and getting into their area, and then it's being shipped back. So it's something on their end that's rejecting it. Monday morning, I'll call customer service with the USPS. Which
actually, what I'm thinking it might be, and maybe there's do not send. Maybe Andy's on a do not send list. He's maxed out for the year already on the models that he can receive. Maybe that's what it is.
But it's a crazy time of, I'm not a U.S. I mean, I guess maybe it's because I got family that work in the post office, friends who work in the post office, and I know how hard that job is, and people on the outside don't understand, especially when they are often heavily understaffed as they are nowadays.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's a computer system, because when I had problems with some of my items, they say it's predictive scanning. It's not always scanned, and they call it predictive scanning. So they never really know where that parcel is until they actually start looking for it. But it takes them days to find out where it is.
Well, it gets moved from location to location, but it's I don't know. I just
Thomas,
people have bad experiences. I just haven't had one. But FedEx is the one I trust the least. DHL, I used to trust the most, but DHL has had problems, according to some of my friends. And they're also the most expensive.
Yeah. You see, for FedEx coming to Australia, they're better than UPS. Particularly when I have had shipments coming in from the US. Because I've got a FedEx distributor nearby, or a warehouse nearby. When it arrives, it gets delivered pretty much straight away. Once it lands in Sydney, gone through customs, I get it within 24 hours. with UPS when it lands in Sydney, because we don't have a distributor down here in or warehouse for UPS, they decide we're only going to deliver twice a week, maybe 3 times during Christmas period. So I'm paying the extra for express, but it doesn't get here. The United States Postal Service, I had a fallout with them twice, with 2 lots of items. One of the items packages is probably sitting on the bottom of Pacific Ocean now, because they try to say there's no planes flights going between. This is when we had the shutdowns. There's no planes flying between United States and Australia, which was a load of bollocks, because there were still freighters flying across.
Well, my daughter was shipping stuff to Australia, and she kept getting told the same thing, that there was nothing going to Australia right now. She had to cancel a bunch of her Etsy orders.
But yeah, they end up putting a shipment on a ship that was coming from one of the retailers just up here in North Carolina. It never made it. Unfortunately, the container fell off the ship. But the last time I had problems with them again, the item should have been in Sydney, but it wasn't in Sydney. It just sort of like disappeared out of the system. I rang my postal service again. No, it hasn't made it to Australia. We have got no record. So when I end up ringing United States Postal Service, it only took me about 6 hours to get the hold to talk to somebody human.
Mm-hmm.
They say, it's predictive scanning, and go, well, that does not make sense. If predictive scanning does not give you accuracy of where the actual item is. It took them about another 7 days to locate where the actual package was. Apparently, it was still sitting on the floor at LA. So there you go.
I disagree with that.
Not always. But we have I can only fit so much in my suitcase this time, because my little bag was actually busting at the seams, even when I have shrunk them down. Yeah, that's right, they do. That's right, Carolyn. They do go on commercial flights. No, Peter, I never had problems with DHL either. Like DHL's flies their stuff.
I've never had problems. The couple of times I've used DHL, they've been very trustworthy. Yeah. My guys in Germany that send things DHL have said lately there have been problems with them. But when Modell Bond Shop Lipa used to use DHL, I could order something on Monday and have it Wednesday or Thursday at the latest from Germany when they use DHL. With UPS, if I ordered it before Monday, I would have it Thursday, maybe Friday. With FedEx, it can be as early as Thursday. It might be Friday. It might be the following Monday or Tuesday. They're just not as consistent. Things get held up in their Cologne or Bielefeld center.
So the things that I'm going to be doing this week is I'm going to put a Sandy card in this for young. I'm actually going to be teaching Tammy how to install decoders. But she just needs to show up for class. And also, I've got her a system. So it makes a little bit before I've got her this NCE system. It's just a basic 2 amp. It's a power cab.
Oh, good. It's a power cab. For a minute, I was wondering what kind of a toy you bought her.
Yeah, well, it won't be for her to learn this one.
I love that power cab, Artie. I love that power cab. That power cab's awesome. Oh, you've really been enjoying running your trains with it? Running trains with it?
What number is that locomotive? Hang on, let me have a look. It's had it for a while, but it's 3012. It's a Bachmann, and it's a Bachmann Spectrum locomotive. The only challenge with this one's going to be is the only problem with this is someone's already tried to attack it, and the screw holes or the screws itself has got no way of gripping. No Phillips head will fit it, and no flat-ended. The screws like the one that you have next to you. I'll keep a lookout for the 3012. What do you think they're going to sell it? No, I don't think so. But I'm going to get it going because I've been told that's one of his favourite locos. So I've got the Dakota here already. I'm putting an economy Soundtrax Sound Dakota in it.
Artie, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
I'll just send a split lock. He should do it. He's pretty good at it. Yeah, that's. Let's see what else I can do for him here. Yeah, and just I've got a few other things I've got to do during the week, but yeah, just getting Tammy into the classroom is the big challenge. She avoids the classroom big time.
Avoids the classroom.
Yeah. Oh, we should go and do it. Yeah, all right, come on, let's do it. And then she's down the driveway. Come on.
A lot.
Doesn't sound
like you have, man.
Done a lot. Yeah, no, she doesn't. Not quite, no. But anyway, so.
But then again, you don't know what she sounds like when she's playing with a toy, Andy. So you know.
Yeah, and I haven't been here either. So, yeah, I don't want to know. That's not going to happen when I'm not here. But then again, I don't know what she's been doing to poor Philip. He's got bad knees. He reckons it happened to work, but I think Tammy set him a booby trap.
Sweet mystery of life, Howard. Oh, I'm sorry.
She says she's got other shit to do. Yep. Okay. I better be careful. She's going to slap me.
No, the one that should be slapped is me, but I'm a few hundred miles away.
So you're the one that's sending in the messages. Slap him.
No, I just warned her what to do in case she noticed she was being followed by certain unmarked vehicles while she had Artie. And I merely gave her advice about just making sure she pointed to the Australian and said it was him.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been looked at. So anyway, okay, so that's what we're going to be up to this week. Got to prove my innocence because all that video was fake. How would I say there's no proof that I actually taken anything out the building. Duct tape.
Only Artie would film himself stealing and then post it on his channel.
I don't know how it got there.
And then I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't stealing. I was.
Well, I don't know.
I wasn't stealing. I was borrowing.
From an Australian. Sorry, Monsville.
Yep.
But I guess upside down logic is to be expected from an Australian.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I had to have a chuckle at that. But yeah, duct tape does wonders. Yep. But yeah, so until next weekend, everybody, everybody have a fun week, stay safe, and look after yourselves. And hopefully we can actually continue on with the banter that started the other day. And we'll catch you guys all during the week. So thanks for having me, Anthony. Thanks for having me. Thanks for appearing, Anthony. Give Joyce a good wish from all of us, and
will do.
We'll hopefully catch up to you on Andy's show in the morning.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Now, how do we end this stream again? This one. That's right. Yeah. That's it. The red button, isn't it? Yeah, red button. Okay.
I never pushed the red one.